Polycystic kidney disease is a very debilitating disease that affects the kidney function, and it also grows very, very large cysts on your kidneys.
Polycystic kidney disease is the most common genetic disease. It affects about 1 in 500 people. It causes extreme growth in the kidneys.
Yeah, my journey with PKD goes back to the time with my father. My father actually had kidney disease. Growing up, we didn't know it. My life was really focused on health, well-being, helping others achieve their health goals. I started noticing what felt like kind of 2 bumps on the front of my stomach area.
I moved to LA to pursue a dream of becoming a hit maker, Grammy Award winner, all that good stuff. And somewhere along that journey, I was diagnosed with the disease. Like on an airplane, I would sit on the aisle seat or go to movies because I would use the restroom so much, and I was very self-conscious about that. You know, working with like Rihanna or working with like Rascal Flatts and all these people. You know, in the music industry, so if you go to the bathroom one too many times, people will only assume you're there to party.
My maternal grandfather had PKD. My mother was in a family of 6, of which 4 people had PKD, my mother and 3 brothers, and they've all passed away from PKD.
My mom was Irma Bombeck, and she was a columnist, a writer, humorist, who unfortunately happened to have polycystic kidney disease. Both my brother and I inherited the disease. My brother had a kidney transplant 4 years before I did. I had my transplant in 2010.
Polycystic kidney disease does run in families. In fact, my grandmother had polycystic kidney disease and died of it in her 50s. Now that was in the 1960s, and we figured advancements would be made and my mother might be in far better shape. Unfortunately, my mother suffered very much the same way my grandmother did, and there was very little advancement at that time. And she too eventually succumbed to the disease in her 60s. My sister Ellen, my sister Wendy, and myself have all been afflicted by the disease. And at this point, we're all in our 60s and all very much feeling the effects of the disease at this particular time.
The kidney is probably the smartest and most complex organ in your body. I call it a chemical computer, where it keeps the chemistry of your blood constant. And you have thousands and thousands of different chemicals in your blood, and the kidney recognizes all of them.
Years ago, I read article after article on kidney donation and on the disastrous long wait list that people were facing, and thousands of people were dying per year. And I kind of read the article with fascination and instinctively knew that I would donate a kidney someday.
About 1 in 7 adults in the US has some degree of chronic kidney disease, and it's probably the 9th leading cause of death as well in the United States. People can wait 10 years or more to get a deceased donor kidney. 17 people per day die while waiting for a transplant.
In the United States, there's more than 100,000 patients on the wait list for a kidney transplant. Last year in 2022, there was 25,000 transplants done.
So that means there is 75% of the people on the list who will never get transplanted.
As far as patients in the United States, there's about 650,000 approximately at any one time, patients on dialysis. About 100,000 new patients go on to dialysis every year, and approximately 100,000 die every year.
Ultimately, the kidneys grew to about 30 pounds apiece, about 60 pounds total. At the time, it seemed like they may have been the world's largest kidneys, according to the Mayo, where I had my transplant done.
I ended up sending an application into UCLA. My left kidney was removed. I was overnight at UCLA Reagan Hospital and came home the next day. My nephew picked me up. I went to a dinner party 2 days later.
Anyone who would give a piece of their body to someone else, especially someone they don't know, to me is an angel. I mean, I can't conceive of such a person. I mean, there's no greater gift than that.
My brother had a kidney donor, his fiance at the time, now his wife. And then I had a very good friend named Roger Bauman who stepped forward and donated his kidney to me.
Between making music and pursuing my dreams, I was also fighting kidney failure. And over time, my brother Kevin. I was like, hey man, I need your kidney. Let me get your kidney, please. And it was life-changing.
I ended up being on dialysis for a year. It took a group of 8 people to get a match.
My kidney was taken out at UCLA, put on dry ice, rushed to LAX, flown to the state of Utah, and transplanted into the body of a man in his 50s. That man had recruited a donor, but that man's donor didn't match in terms of blood. His intended donor donated, and that kidney was flown to Colorado and transplanted into the body of someone who had been on a kidney wait list.
You know, one of the problems that we had here in Southern California, there wasn't a center for people who had polycystic kidney disease. So what we've decided to do is get involved with the USC's Keck School of Medicine, and they just recently got designated a Center of Excellence for the Polycystic Kidney Foundation. And we very much wanted to have support and promote a place where people can go and they can actually know that they were being properly taken care of.
What we hope to do is provide patients a level and experience that is unparalleled anywhere. We hope to give you hope. We hope to give you power by giving you knowledge. And we want to support you in every step of the way.
The synthetic kidney is a project that we call actually the Synthetic Kidney Moonshot Initiative. It's like a real exciting, we feel like a total game-changing project.
The good thing is the starting human stem cells are unlimited. So that means we can make unlimited supply of synthetic kidney from those unlimited supply of human stem cells. So that will make the synthetic kidney product off the shelf. I think $20 million will help us to build something that can be transplanted into human patients for trials in 7 to 10 years. It will cover everyone with kidney disease.
It's really hard to explain how impactful it is, not just for your health, but that someone was able to give you this gift and keep you alive is just heroic.
I feel good about it. I did not serve in the military. I was a lawyer for a large part of my career before co-founding a biotech company. And I tried pro bono legal work and just didn't enjoy it that much. So I had not done a lot of public service. And I got a whole lot of public service done in a week.
Oh man, I feel incredible. I think this is about the mission. And to me, is I want to spread awareness and let people know how important this is.
There are some fantastic people out there that are willing to step up, and there's an incredible community, and we're very buoyed and optimistic by that.